Hey everyone, and welcome to Top Think. Today, we'll learn about 10 signs of a dark empath, the most dangerous personality type. Now, let's begin. What does it mean to have empathy for another person? Empathy allows us to understand the feelings of others. This compelling emotion drives many of the greatest and kindest things we as humans do. It's the reason we bother to remember people's names or donate food to someone in need. Empathy is the reason you cry during sad movies, and also the reason you smile when other people find love or achieve their dreams. Even though nothing is happening in your life, you can see things from their point of view. You understand what it's like to be sad, happy, and everything in between. If you're a highly empathetic person, then you may experience those strong emotions right alongside them. Now, in many ways, our social systems depend on our ability to understand and feel empathy for one another. Without empathy, people become reckless, impulsive, and aggressive. They no longer act with others in mind and instead abuse the empathy of others for personal gain. This is commonplace among dark personalities like narcissists and psychopaths, people who have deficits in their ability to feel empathy. But recently, psychologists identified a growing number of individuals with a strange combination of traits. Like psychopaths, they have many dark personality traits. They're reckless, impulsive, and manipulative, but they also have a great capacity for cognitive empathy. The key word here is cognitive empathy. This is your ability to understand emotional responses without necessarily experiencing the same strong feelings. Most people with high levels of cognitive empathy also develop other kinds of empathy, like somatic or affective empathy, but this unique personality type does not. In combination with other dark personality traits, an abundance of cognitive empathy creates a dangerous and perceptive sociopath who can accurately understand people's emotions and use them for personal gain. Individuals with this unique combination of traits are called dark empaths, and they can be very challenging to identify. They look and act like everyone else, and they respond normally to most situations, yet they take pleasure in subtly toying with people's feelings, often through bullying, intimidation, and exclusion. If you're worried there's a dark empath in your life, then pay attention to these 10 warning signs. Otherwise, this dangerous personality type can and will take advantage of you. Number 1. Extroversion with a twist. Psychopathic personalities tend to be introverted and self-centered. They don't typically enjoy social situations unless there's an advantage to be gained, but dark empaths approach social situations much differently. According to a 2017 survey, dark empaths are significantly more likely to be extroverted and socially acclimated. They typically have big groups of friends, possess good social skills, and display comfort in various social settings. In other words, they enjoy interacting with people and blend seamlessly into their surroundings, which makes them all the more dangerous. Number 2. Narcissistic grandiosity. Do you know someone who thinks a little too highly of themselves? Self-absorption and grandiosity are common traits among most dark personalities. However, dark empaths are especially susceptible to distorted visions of themselves. For instance, a dark empath may dramatize their traumas to pull on the heartstrings of the people around them. Perhaps they overestimate their charm and charisma or perceive themselves as more inspiring or attractive than they are. Instead of channeling their narcissism into acts of violence, dark empaths feed on social hierarchies and self-serving bonds. Anything satisfies their cravings for attention and praise. Number 3. Paying your debts. In some cases, dark empaths can be especially tricky to separate from normal, empathetic people. Despite their narcissism and manipulative extroversion, dark empaths pay close attention to the needs and circumstances of other people. In fact, many dark empaths make surprising sacrifices or thoughtful favors for their friends and partners. This behavior is very unusual for other dark personalities. A psychopath or narcissist would never make a sacrifice unless they got something more significant in return. But dark empaths are interested in a different kind of exchange. While they appear to be kind and considerate individuals, their sacrifices are designed to gain control over you. For example, a dark empath may do you a favor, but they're only doing this favor to create a feeling of debt and guilt. Dark empaths understand precisely how sacrifices affect people's emotions, so don't be fooled by their acts of kindness. Number 4. The dark side of humor. Humor is a powerful tool used by dark empaths to disguise their manipulative tactics. They often present as lighthearted, funny, and effortlessly charming people, but they subtly use humor to attack others and destroy threats in their social sphere. For example, a dark empath may recognize another strong personality in their friend group. They may feel envious of the attention this person receives, so they use underhanded jokes to trash their reputation or to damage their self-esteem. They claim they're just joking, but their malicious sense of humor is designed to bring people down. Number 5. Perverse satisfaction. Do you know someone who enjoys stirring up conflict? Many dark empaths gain satisfaction by driving others into miserable situations. Alright, let's say you turn to a dark empath for advice. They may pretend to support and encourage you, but their advice will drive you deeper into conflict and frustration. In other words, dark empaths take pleasure in toying with the emotions of others. They give bad advice, they stir up conflict, and they play both sides. They gossip about their friends and subtly intimidate their enemies. Ultimately, these personalities thrive in highly emotional, conflict-driven situations. They have an uncanny ability to manipulate the emotions of others, and that makes dark empaths the most dangerous personality type. Number 6. A different kind of narcissist. One personality trait that separates dark empaths from traditional narcissists is their tendency to criticize themselves. Narcissists are poor judges of their strengths and weaknesses. They consistently overestimate their worth, and they exaggerate their accomplishments because they believe they're superior to everyone else. On the other hand, dark empaths present a confident exterior, but deep down they're intensely critical of themselves. Their surface-level grandiosity is consistently undermined by self-doubt and self-effacing behavior, often to the point of cruelty and abuse. As a result, their self-esteem may fluctuate wildly between public and private settings. In social situations, dark empaths, they exaggerate their personas and confidently navigate social expectations. However, in private, their confidence crumbles and they become cruel and critical. So if your friend or partner alternates between effortless confidence and alarmingly self-criticism, you may be close to someone with the most dangerous personality type. Number 7. Cognitive separation. While dark empaths score higher on measures of empathy, they don't necessarily care about other people's emotions. A true empath identifies how others feel and sympathizes with their joys and sorrows. A dark empath, on the other hand, keeps their emotional distance. They act like your best friend and your closest confidant, but a dark empath doesn't actually care about you or your feelings. They are emotionally disconnected from everyone in their lives, often as a form of social strategy and self-defense. The more disconnected this person feels, the less painful it becomes to manipulate other people's emotions. So don't be fooled by their kindness and emotional intelligence. It may feel like this person's on your side, but as soon as they see an opportunity, a dark empath will put their needs far in front of your own. Number 8. The dark saboteur. When they identify a social advantage, a dark empath goes to great lengths to put themselves in a comfortable position. This is especially true when you introduce these toxic people to your friends and family. Alright, let's say you're dating someone with this dangerous personality type. You've been dating for several months, so you decide to introduce your partner to your circle of friends. A dark empath will work tirelessly to gain their trust and blend seamlessly into their lives. They may change their personalities to earn their approval and learn their secrets. If you have a dark empath in your life, they may try to infiltrate your social circle and, in some cases, push you out of it. If a dark empath sees you as a threat, they won't hesitate to damage your reputation and to sabotage your relationships from the inside out. Number 9. Casual deception. Many manipulative tactics revolve around some form of dishonesty. Dark empaths will bend the truth, twist people's words, and omit information to influence your emotions and behavior. Alright, let's say for example that you find someone attractive but you're unsure if this person likes you back, so you talk to a friend who happens to be a dark empath. You express your feelings for this person, but your friend has a hidden agenda. They don't want you to give attention or affection to anyone else, so they casually slip lies into the conversation. They might say, "Oh, I think they're already seeing someone," or "I don't think they'll make you happy." A dark empath understands the effect these comments have on your confidence and motivation. And after hearing these things, you may change your mind. You may cling to your friend because they feel like the only person on your side. Number 10. Starving for affection. Dark empaths understand the positive influence of physical and emotional intimacy. They know how love, praise, and attention affect your self-esteem and confidence, so they flood their friends and partners with intimacy and positivity. They're constantly supportive and affectionate, and they rapidly develop depth and meaning in your relationship, but their overwhelming affection rarely ever lasts. For several weeks or months, this person may be glued to your side until one day they start acting like strangers. Out of nowhere, they take away all the attention and praise that you learned to love. Why? Well, because they expect you to come begging for more. It's a cruel tactic and a malicious means of expressing love in any friendship or relationship. But it's one common way that dark empaths create the toxic and lopsided relationships that they constantly crave. Hey, thank you for watching Top Think, and be sure to subscribe because more incredible content is on the way.